G'day guys, HJ Briggs here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be doing a review of the LEGO Star Wars 501st Legion Clone Troopers, or better known as the 501st Battle Pack. As I'm sure you all know, this was a heavily requested set by fans and we were absolutely thrilled when this set got released. Unlike traditional battle packs, this was the first to include a total of 4 clone troopers and 2 battle droids, and 2 amazing builds, which did set the price up to 45 Australian dollars instead of the usual 20. However, it was very much appreciated by LEGO fans. As you can see, this set is for ages 7 and up. It is set 75280 and it has a total of 285 pieces. If I return to the characters here, we can see we get a 501st Jet Trooper, a 501st Clone Trooper, another 501st Clone Trooper, and another 501st Clone Trooper, just with a different gun this time, and then we get the 2 battle droids. If we spin the box around, so you can see nothing on the side, on the back here, we just have a little bit of a battle scene between the clones and the droids. As you can see, we get 2 builds. It appears we get a walker and a speeder bike, so very nice. Looks here that the walker can move its legs, as it's a walker. It's kind of expected. And we can see here that there are these stud-loaded shooters on the front of the speeder bike. Let's spin the box around. Nothing on the side. Some nice detailing with the walker. Just a little bit extra. And that's pretty much it for the box work. Now I'm going to go build this set and I'll get back to you guys once I'm done. Alright guys, and here we are. I've just finished building and take a look at this set. I believe this would have taken me about 20 minutes to half an hour, so it wasn't the biggest build, but it was very enjoyable nonetheless. Now before we get into the little builds, let's take a look at these minifigures. So here is our selection of minifigures, and as you can see, you will not be disappointed when buying this set. We'll start off with these 2 battle droids. They're just regular, everyday battle droids. Nothing really special about them. They each come with a regular blaster. And that's pretty much all I have to say about them. Now, let's move on to what you've all been waiting for, and that is the clones. As we can see here, we have our 3 regular 501st troopers, and we have our 501st Jetpack Trooper. As you can see here, the designs on these troopers is amazing. They look like they are a cross between the clone troopers we see in Revenge of the Sith and also the troopers we see in the Clone Wars. So they look very nice. The detail on this armor is just unreal. Unfortunately, as we can see, there is no arm printing on any of them and no dual molded legs, but I think everyone is going to be very happy with these clone troopers on a whole. If I turn these troopers around and give you a look at the other side, you can see they just have a regular printing, quite like the stormtroopers, just more armor. And I will now remove their helmets and I'll get back. So now that I've removed these helmets, we can see that this was the first set LEGO's released that has this brand new face print and a different shaded colour head to more accurately match Jango Fett. As we can see here, traditionally LEGO would have released sets with this mad clone face. However, we now have gotten this brand new head print. If I turn this around, you can see that we don't get any alternative head prints, but it is still very nice to have these new faces. I just thought I would quickly remove this jetpack for you and show you that on the back of the jetpack trooper, you can see he has pretty much identical armor to the regular 501st clone trooper. However, that shoulder pad he does have is now colored in blue. So if I spin them all back around, as you can see, his armor is pretty much identical, just the blue arms and a little splash of color in some different places. And also, here is a better look at that jetpack. So I believe it is the same jetpack that the Mandalorian had, with his Beskar armor. However, this one has been put in the color blue. Now, if I also take a look at the weapons, you can see these characters just hold the normal blasters, 2 of the 501st Troopers and the Jetpack Trooper. And this final 501st Trooper appears to have more of a rifle with a larger barrel, maybe a silencer on the end of it. So all in all, a very nice figure selection. Now, let's take a look at the builds we get in each of these sets, and I think that we will start with the speeder. As you can see, this speeder is a very long build. It's got a nice curve to it, looks like it would be very aerodynamic. As you can see on the front here, we do get these 2 stud-loaded shooters, which are very nice. I'm not going to fire those because I'm sure you all know how stud-loaded shooters work, and I do not want to get those missing. As you can see here, we do have these ski or sled pieces, which does look nice, just for a little bit of armoured plating, I'm guessing. Now, if I turn this set around, you can see that this speeder is relatively narrow. So, we have more of these ski pieces here, and then we also have this gun connected here. And if I rotate this around, there is another gun on the side, so I'm assuming that's just, clips to hold your guns, your weapons before you go into battle. And we can see here, this is where your trooper would sit, just in that seat there, and we do get these 2 little handles for the trooper to hold on to. Now if I flip this upside down, you're not going to see anything special. There's none of those circular plates, or no tile pieces to help this glide along. It moves relatively smoothly. Might be a different story on carpet, but I'm on wood at the moment, and this seems to move completely fine. You could have a nice battle, kind of rotate it around, put it on its edge a bit. I think this is very swooshable. Kids would enjoy playing with this speeder. Now, for sticker pieces, we can see that this sloped piece here, that is a sticker there, and there is a sticker there, and a final sticker there. And on the front, we do have another sticker just for this piece here. So there are quite a few stickers on this set, and that might put you off. For that $45 price range, you might be expecting to get a few more printed pieces in this set, but it is a nice addition just for the detail. So now we're looking at the walker. Just give you guys a bit of a closer look. As you can see here, these are all sticker pieces on the top here. However, they do add very nice detail, and this does look very menacing coming at you from front on. I believe this is kind of like a shield sort of thing to protect the clone trooper who's manning it. So that's very nice detail. If I just look down, you can see we have these legs, which of course are posable. They have these joints on the back here. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with these joints. They just mean you can move the legs like that, kind of. It's hard to show you, but the walker can move like that. Just put him back down for now. As you can see here, we have a pair of binoculars on the back, and on this side there is another clip where you can attach your long rifle with the silencer from that clone trooper. If I spin it around, you can see we have these little antennas here connecting to some sort of tower, maybe the clone base. And you can see on the front here we have this printed console piece and the handlebars with the little seat for the minifigure to sit in. This is the only printed piece that comes in this set, other than of course the minifigures. We also have this stud-loaded shooter on the front. Again, you all know how stud shooters work. I don't want to get these little red studs lost in my room. But that is pretty much the walker. It's pretty decent playability. I'm sure a little kid would love playing with this. But I'm assuming majority of people buying this set will be buying it to be army builders. And so these will look very nice standing alongside that army that you're going to build. Maybe only problem is this stud-loaded shooter, but I have seen plenty of videos on YouTube that show you how you can use some other pieces to build a proper gun so it doesn't look so toyish, I guess. But that pretty much sums up the review of the Walker. So, now that I've been through the Speeder, the Walker, and the minifigures, is this set worth it? It is a very nice set. Both of these Speeder and Walker, both the builds you get in this set, are very nice. They do look very good for an army. And of course, these clone troopers are amazing. LEGO truly heard what we were asking for, and we did get our 501st Battle Pack. But do I think it's worth it for that $45 price range? Maybe not. It's really in the middle, and it's really going to be up to you. We wanted a 501st Battle Pack. That means a $20 set with just the 4 minifigures and maybe a smaller build off to the side. Instead, they included the 2 droids, which aren't necessarily the greatest minifigures, and they gave us the 2 decently sized builds. But I do believe it would have been preferred if they kept that price at $20 and they didn't try and rip their consumers off, and instead they just gave them a little base satellite or something like that. LEGO, of course, knew what they were doing. They knew that consumers wanted this set, and they knew that they would be willing to pay the premium for it. And so that just is a bit unfortunate in my opinion. Now this set is going to be fantastic for army building. As you can see, you do get the 3 501st troopers and the 1 jetpack trooper. So buying a few of these sets will be able to get your army up very quickly. However, you are now paying that extra $25 per battle pack. So that is a bit rough. Now, you may be wondering, do you want to go ahead and pick up a 501st Battle Pack, or should you go and buy the brand new Snow Trooper Battle Pack for 2022? Now, I am on the US website at the moment, but you can see it is $20, which would be about $30 in Australian, and so that is a good $15 cheaper than the 501st Battle Pack. If we scroll down, as we can see, it is 105 pieces, so that is about 180 pieces less than the 501st Battle Pack. But as you can see, we get the Speeder, a little bit of terrain, and it looks like a little gun, as well as it appears 3 Snow Troopers and a Scout Snow Trooper. So which one do you think you should pick up? Personally, I would say I would go for the 501st Trooper Battle Pack. This is clones. Clones are amazing. Instead of more original trilogy sets, this was one of the first prequel sets we got in a long time, and it was so heavily anticipated. I would definitely go for a 501st Battle Pack before it retires, and I would maybe pick up this Snow Trooper Battle Pack a bit later down the track when it goes on some sort of sale or when it goes on clearance. So there you go. That pretty much wraps up my review of the LEGO Star Wars 501st Battle Pack. As you can see, we get some amazing figures that were heavily anticipated. The only thing we're not sure about is that $45 price, up from that $20, which is very steep. What do you guys think? Is it worth the extra money? Tell me down in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it's greatly appreciated, so I continue bringing you more amazing LEGO Star Wars review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.